Hello everyone. So in this video we see the combination of the Duet AI, the nodejs CRUD operation that we connect from the MySQL. Will have a table and then we'll deploy it onto the cloud run, that is a serverless container application. So we are mixing up lots of things. Our main focus is Duet AI, because how we can use the Duet AI chat which has been provided by the Google Cloud, how we can make our developer life easy to run, create application and then deploy it. All right, so let's get started. Now let us create a VM using the Duet AI. So I will first of all go to the CP, and here we have open Duet AI, and I'll just simply ask gcloud command, or simply you can say command to create Ubuntu VM. Let's see. Okay, so we got a lot of things. So here it says a gcloud compute is for VM instances, create my instance, and image family Ubuntu, yes, that's why, and the zone is US central one. All right, so that's a good one. What I can do is I just simply click on here, copy to cloud shell, or either you can copy and then you can paste over there. So better I will go with the copy to cloud shell. So first time whenever you try to open the cloud shell, it will ask you, or it will wait, or it will provision the storage for the same. Now here I can change the VM name. Okay, or if I'm not able to change it, then I can copy, or either here I can say my instance. Either you can go with the my instance, or we can even ask um, GTI that please did this command, update this command for VM name is a MySQL VM, right? So I just want to show whether you want to update or create a new things. Now it has already created MySQL VM. So I again ask to go, and it will automatically come over here in a Cloud Shell, and then now enter. So this may take little time, maybe a 5-10 seconds. So VM has already created. Now external IP is there. So now let's verify. So I'll just go to the GCP again, and I'll simply say computer engine, and my VM is been created. Now I want to install the MySQL over here. So let's try to connect using this SSH. Okay, so now we are inside the VM. So if I want to install anything, then we have to log in with the sudo su. And first we have to update the packages so that we can get the latest packages over there. Then we have to upgrade. Say yes. Now we will use a Docker to create the VM. So it's very simple again. So just apt install Docker. So first let us install the Docker IO. Say yes. Yes. So now let us install the MySQL. So let's ask actually Duet AI. Um, Here I have a Duet AI, and ask Docker command to install mysql. Okay, latest. And to access the mysql you need a root password. So root is an admin with root password, say root 123, and port which should be open is 3306. So let's see. Okay, so we got mysql, and it is also given a command to get into the mysql and to log in using the root. So first of all, let's go with this one. I just copy this, all look good. I just copy this and paste into my window. So I started, and meanwhile I'll go back, and once this is done I'll also copy this docker execute so that we can get into the machine. So yeah, now let's check whether MySQL is up or not. Yeah, it is up for the last 4 seconds. Now I will go into the machine. Docker error response, no such container. Okay, docker exec it, and if we see the container ID, we can go with this or any prefix if there is. Now I can just say 71 and say bash. Okay, now I'm inside the MySQL. Again, to log in, the command is given mysql -u and root. U for user, user is root, and then password is from for the prompt. So I'll just go to the command and say mysql u, user is root, and the password is p. So let's enter the root 123, and we are inside the MySQL. So now let's check show databases. So there are system created databases. So now I want another database. So I just say create database, and I say user db, users db. Okay, and I say use users db. Okay, so now I want to create a table. I just ask um, give me create table script users for users table with field, say id, first name, last name, and age, email, and role. That should be okay, whether the user is admin or a normal user. Look pretty okay to me. So let's see. Okay, we got the script, and we try here. So its table is created. Now let us ask MySQL, sorry, to Duet AI chat. Give me, please give me 5 insert row statements for table and the table that we have created. So 5 insert rows are there. So now let us try this thing and see whether we get all good. So I just, so yeah, 5 rows have been inserted. So now what I will do is check, or first of all, let's, for the sake of security, let's commit it, select star from users. All right, so we got it, we got all the users. All right, now let us create a firewall because we want this machine to be outside called, so that we can connect from the MySQL client from outside, because we want to connect from any other application. So what I will do is I'll just simply say create firewall command with name allow mysql 3306 uh, which allows port 3306 or maybe 80, and if you are looking for an HTTPS then it's a 443, right? So let's see. Okay, so we got it. So now logs pretty okay. Target takes MySQL server. Okay, looks pretty okay. So I'll just click over here, copy to Cloud Shell, and let's see. So it has resource allowed IP protocol must be one of all. Okay, so that is TCP is there. So let me try on these things. What is wrong with it? I'll just copy, and is it something to do with this? Be okay, should be a MySQL. Let me try. I'm still getting. Alright, so it has been created. So I guess there might be some multiple port issue or maybe some command issue. So I just remove this 443 now only allowed 13306. Alright, so let me just say give me. Okay, we can directly check the firewall, or you can ask the command firewalls. Okay, so let's see, allow MySQL 3306. This has been created. Now let's see. Looks pretty okay. Target tag is MySQL server, and I'll just edit this, and we have the MySQL server. Okay, it is already there. Even we can update from the UI if you want. So I'll just simply say now I can save from here 443, and I can save it. So you can use both UI as well as the command line. Alright, so tags has been created. So what I can do is I can check the previously created um, the VM to add the tags. That is tag. Let's go back to compute VM. Let's first of all check, copy this MySQL server, and let's go back to VM compute engine. So first of all, I can click here, I can edit instance, and either I can edit from here and add the tags, or you can even ask Duet AI to give me command to say gcloud compute command to add tags to my VM. So what is my VM name? Is MySQL VM. So you can either use it or either we can. So compute. Okay. So I can try this one. It is asking this zone. No, I'm not in this zone. I'm in US central zone. So and yeah, so using zone US central one A. Right. So update the command. So our firewall has been successfully added to our VM. This should be actually MySQL hyphen server. Should not be a MySQL server, because that's what the firewall is all about, right? MySQL server. Target is MySQL server. So let's try again. Yes, no, and it has updated. Now to test it, I have an HSQL that is a client, that is a network type My or MySQL. This is a simple client to check whether we can connect to MySQL, and we have copied this IP address from here, and I will use the password root 123 and I will check. Click on OK. So let's see whether we are able to connect. Yes, we are able to connect, and we have everything is there. Now let us run this query, and we have user DB. Now use users DB, and and now we can say select star from users. There's a table, right? So all our um, rows that is we have already previously created are present here. So we have successfully created a VM, and then we have configured the firewall, we have added the tags, and that all we have done with the help of Duet AI, and that's a chat. So how it is useful. So more and more the practices that you do, even a normal Java program, you can ask how to create a simple Java program from Duet AI. Java, not only Java, but any other programming language like Node.js, Python, Go, or any other programming language. So basically, I worked in Python, Node, and Java. So that was more I'm interested in that. All right. Now let's create Node.js application so that we can get the data from the database. All right. So first of all, let's do an npm init. I'll go with the default, and I just simply add pm install mysql 2. So let's see, right? And first I will create a simple repository module or folder, and then after I create a user repository .js. Okay, and here first of all I'll create a MySQL connection, right? So first of all, let me ask if Duet AI can help us. Please give me connection for Node.js to MySQL using MySQL 2. Okay, so we have, oh, it is giving an explanation, but I just want, okay, what I will do, let me try and just give some context to Duet AI. MySQL equal to query. Okay, I guess it has done everything, but let me, okay, that's pretty good. It has written the whole code, in fact. So first of all, we need to change the IP address. So I'll just get the IP address from the previous MySQL VM. Okay, you need to have some practice. Okay, and root password is root 123, and my DB is user DB. users db. So now we have function user repository, then we have um find by id, save, update and delete, and everything is a promise. All right, so within a few seconds, that's using the Duet AI, we could get everything. So let's check. User repository, find all. Okay, this is okay. So let's start from users. Yes, and then we have find by id. Select where the id is, and then we have insert into users. Okay, here we need something. Uh, let's give some context here for a save, so that it can write down once again. So let me give this. Yeah. So this is the way we can give the context. So it can name, so that's the first name, last name. In fact, um, so first name, last name, first name, and then last name, then email, and then now let us again. Yeah, that's look pretty okay. So the same applies. Um, user set name. Okay, let's change this thing. I want to heavily use Duet AI, in fact, so that okay, and okay, good. So looks pretty okay to me. And then is there any other things? Delete. Okay, we only required ID, and then we have user repository export. Okay, so looks our um, user repository.js is looks okay. So now let's before we create a service, so let's change this to mysql. Now what I will do is I'll create a service JS, that is uh, let's first create services, and inside the services I just create user service dot js. All right, so now I'll create import user repository dot js and constant. Okay, so we have to uh, repository user repository. Okay, now let's create a service, user service, and I'll say okay, create user or user service get all user. Okay, dot get all. Yeah, that should be okay. Now user service dot get user by id equal to okay, so it has created every functions. All right, get user by id, then it called the user repository and get create user. So user repository does have a create so let's see. So first of all, we have to change something. Here the find user, find by ID, save, update, and delete. Okay. So first of all, uh, find. Okay. Or why not? We can change this all function by uh, find all user. Okay, this should look good. Okay. So here is also a find all. Okay. And now find by ID, create. So here it is rather than save. Here I would say it is save. Then update, then delete. Looks pretty okay. Modular export equal to user service. Let's see if we face any difficulty, then we'll change it. Okay. Now let us create a controller. So just create first of all controller folder, and I'll create user controller.js. Okay. And now first of all, I just import constant user service, and that will be from simply make a command import user service. So yeah, so just a piece of cake and it has done the full controller. In fact, this is the way that we can save the time, but let's verify everything. Even if something is there, so we have a controller, we have a user controller, then we have find all, but we do not have any sort of a router. So this is not we want. Let's give some another context. Okay, so then constant express. So we need an express module. We do not have. Npm install express, and then we need npm install body parser. Okay, so we both have now. Now let's go back to controller and then require express. Yes. Then we have constant router, and then we have express dot router. Okay. All right. Now we have, let's put a controller in. Yeah, so now we got something, but we want router to be for yes users. Okay, and oh, not here, users. This is you have to be little comfortable in this kind of things. Uh, pause. Okay, what is wrong with it? License, okay, ignore it. So we have a find. So user service has a method for find by ID. Okay, and then we have user service has a method called save, and this is called create. create, and this is by find by id. Let's verify everything. Find all, yeah. And why this is giving the problem again? It looks pretty okay. Let's see if we face any difficulty, then perhaps we need an put put user by id. What is wrong with here? So many delete is okay. We do not want this thing. Okay, we need one update statement as well. User.post, put, delete, and export. Now here, request pod is there. Yeah, is there. All look good. Okay. Now let us create index.js, not here in the controller, but here js, and we'll just say const express require express. Yes, const. Okay, and yes, yeah, and here I can say app dot use um not here like this. So these are the routers, and we need routers, and routers coming from controllers, user from index. We need a controller, not a controllers, user controller. Okay, and I'll make this port as 8080 because we need to deploy into cloud run, and its default port is 8080. We can change over there, but we don't want to make it more complex. And let's run the application node index.js. Okay, I'll just go to the browser and users. Alright, so we got all the 5 records. Let's check into the database again. Yes, we have these 5 records and they are available. Yes, now we will test all our APIs. Now let's check. We already checked the users. Now let's check a user by ID. Simply say 1 or 2 or maybe 3. Alright. So now what I will do is I'll, I'll add one user using the postman. Let me open the postman, and let me close all tabs. Okay, so I'll just add one tab, and let's first of all local head 8080, and let's say users. We got all the users. Okay, and why it is not showing it up? And go with the pretty, and it's look cooked. Okay, so we have 5, and again if we check, is it 2? 2. Okay, fine. Now let us try post method. So we can ask actually these two to Duet AI. Please give me JSON for, I can give the table definition. Um, this is a good idea, in fact. Uh, right, and ask for post method for below table. Uh, only plain JSON. Only plain JSON for postman. Okay, it is giving me a curl request. Uh, okay. Okay, so Duet AI is not responding in our way, so let's try in this way. So I try many a times. Sometimes we can go to the ChatGPT even sometimes. Let's ask in fact ChatGPT, right? That's good, no? Um, please give me another JSON for below. And do we have an ID, right? Without ID. This good. Um, above is common name. Give some different name. Emily Johnson. It is there. Let's check if it is there. Emily Johnson is not there. Good. So we can take this from ChatGPT, and we can say post users, and I can try here in a body. I can paste over here, and let us see. Could not get any response. So now let's see the error. So let's go back here in our. Okay, so we have a 4 count. Column count doesn't match the value, and we are putting the 5 entry. So let's restart and let's try again. Okay, let's good, and then now let's check the DB. All right, it's showing the 6. Let's try again. Emily Johnson is now there. Okay, so our two API has been tested. Get by ID, and the third API is also tested. So now let's check the delete, and I say delete. The ID is what? Is a 6 ID. So let's try to delete the 6 one. Go to the postman and let's try the 6 one. Let's try to get users. Okay, so 6 is deleted now. Let's check. The 6 is deleted. All right, so it's an one remove is an update one we can check later on maybe. But so we have tested all our REST APIs perfectly fine. But the main idea is here is not to show the how Node.js working. My idea is that how we can leverage the Duet AI. So yes, 80% are correct answer. The best part about Duet AI is pretty much faster and it's a very long response. So if we give some sort of a hint, then it gives the whole structure. And not only if we give some idea about one method, then according to other method automatically does, and 90% accuracy is there. That I this is my feedback on that. All right, so uh, this is what we have tested our API. So now let us create a Docker image for this project, and I'll just simply say that Docker file, right? And let's ask create a Docker file for my node.js project. Okay, here it is there. So I'll just simply install over there and let's see. Okay, let's save it and now let's ask mm, here if you want to change the port even 3000. Many people love 3000. I like 8080. I'm coming from the Spring Boot or Java background, so I like that. um, gcloud command to run on cloud run. So we have a command. We do not have a ready-made image, but it will run from source. So I say, and if you want a port, then if you change this port 8080, then again you'll have to run this flag as a 3000. But default port for the cloud run is 8080. So I say that node REST API. Okay, or I said Duet AI. So let's so this is the source code location, yeah, for current file, and then we are deploying on US Central 1, and then let's wait for some time. Allow on authenticate, yes, we want to test from outside internet. So let's say this may take little time. Now our application deployment is completed. So now let's go to the Google Cloud, and I'm the Cloud Run. You can search from here. You can get it the Cloud Run, and I'll just say Node REST API Duet AI. It is running. It is the green. Now let us check this URL here, and now let's try users, and we got it. That's pretty simple. I mean, you do not have to worry about how to build a Docker build. You do not have to worry about the Kubernetes and all. This is a container, serverless container application, which is fully managed by Google itself, this Cloud Run, and we have a internet-based URL as well. All right, so that's a pretty much simple deployment of Node.js, and we have tried the Duet AI to create the Node.js application. Then we have created the VMs. That is also majority of the tasks we have created using the Duet AI. So yes, try it out. At the time of the recording, it is free and pre-preview till the 1st of the February 2024, and then after it will be chargeable. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.